More work on the cycle motor. This particular cycle motor is the later type with the inbuilt freewheel hub. Sadly, all of it's missing, and the chances of getting a replacement are slim to none, or so I've been told anyway. This is where someone tells me they got one under the bench and it's been there for the last 20 years. Anyway, what I've decided to do is to convert it back to the Mark 1 type, which was the ordinary bicycle freewheel hub. And for this I have to make up a hub centre with bearings so I can mount the freewheel on the original existing wheel. So here I'm turning down a piece of round bar so it's a nice fit inside the tube of the wheel. I'm also going to have to shape the shoulder on it to fit inside where the ball bearings used to be. So I have to get a radius roughly the same as the ball bearings so it will seat at the bottom of the bearing track. So first job is to reduce the diameter down so it fits inside the sleeve. I'm now actually putting the radius on the shoulder. It's a bad hammer angle, but what I'm doing here is actually holding up radius gauges to see how close I can get doing it freehand. Getting close now, probably finish it with a file. This piece doesn't actually turn in the sleeve, it will be welded in position so that there is a direct link between the hub and the actual wheel itself. And of course there has to be a hole down the centre to let the axle through. The hole has to be big enough to give clearance for the axle, but not so big that it doesn't support the back of the bearing cup that I'm going to take out of a bicycle hub. Here we can see the blank driven into place, so I can mark the point at where it's level with the outside edge of the hub sleeve. This gave me a datum line to work out the freewheel side of the spigot, which was turned down for the thread that the freewheel screws onto. This is 26 threads to the inch, a very fine thread. So my way of working this is to just literally scratch a thread onto the piece, as you can see here, and then using old-fashioned hand chasers bring the thread down to size to match the freewheeling hub. You can see a bit of a wobble on it there, but that's the beauty of using hand chasers. Your hand acts as a shock absorber and the thread goes on evenly. It may take a few passes, but it's a very easy way of keeping an accurate thread and the correct profile, which is most important on such a fine thread as this. It also compensates for parts that are of, I won't say dubious quality, but the tolerances are a bit on the wide side. There we are, lovely fit, well worth the time and effort. One last job before I forget is to centre the piece up properly, so when I machine the bearing housing it's concentric with the rest of it. Thanks for watching.